ovation!
What an amazing moment. We are blessed.
So Bryan Danielson's challenging Swerve for the championship at All In. During an interview with Sean Ross Sapp, Danielson said that he's no longer under contract. I'm just not under contract. What? Not a single person. People who really know me know that I really don't look at my phone very much. It's a blessing and a curse. It allows me to be more in the moment with my wife and kids and all these different things. But when people really want to get a hold of me, I'm not available. Right now, there's 3,998 unread text messages. There's a lot of missed calls, so there could have been somebody in there. Tony and I have talked. I'll always pick up the phone when he calls as far as if I'm by myself. First thing I have to do when I'm done wrestling, the thing that's in my priority is get my neck better. Probably involve some sort of neck surgery sooner rather than later. So that'll be my first order of business. Then I'll help AEW where I can. I love AEW, so I want to help as much as I can, and as much as they want me to help, I'm willing to participate. And then he talks about being on the disciplinary committee, which he says nobody wants to be a part of that. One, I don't get paid for it. Hilarious. Yeah, at least you're making all these extra bucks. It's completely a no fun job. I'm kind of honored they wanted me to do it. It shows that, okay, Bryan is level-headed. He's going to come this from a wrestler's perspective. I help Tony with creative, but it's mostly Tony's ideas for AEW. He's got a brilliant mind for wrestling. I'm focusing right now on All In and making that the best it can be. But after that, I want to be able to spend some time at home with my family and be more involved with my community. So I feel like him getting this interview out there is to throw people off the trail that he could potentially be the one beating Swerve. Because the whole no contract thing, well, you know, after All In, I'm going to spend time with my family. Like, I feel like usually when they say this type of stuff, specifically AEW wrestlers, is because they're the outcome of the match, people already think they know what it is. So they're trying to throw like a curveball here. It's the same thing that happened when Tony was like, oh yeah, Britt should be coming back anytime now, you know, in a number of weeks. She's still getting rested up. And the next thing you know, she shows up at freaking, what was it, Double or Nothing she came back at or something like that? Like, I was like, yeah. Now, would you be interested in seeing a Drew McIntyre versus John Cena program in 2025? I feel like I might want to see that. McIntyre says in an interview that he had recently that he's going to be the one to cook Cena on the mic, that not a lot of people can do that, and that he's also going to be the one to to face him and secure the retirement and send him and hopefully CM Punk packing as well. That's more or less what all this says. Yeah, so look, which not many people can do in the ring, and send him packing in a happy retirement and hopefully CM Punk along with him. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. CM Punk said that there's a tab in the WWE app for superstars that you can click and you can request days off. It is really a new time, because when the hell have you ever heard of that? There have been a lot of changes made under the Triple H era. Fans have noticed the changes on TV. Many wrestlers have commented about how things are much more organized backstage. We're no longer seeing matches pulled from WWE.com unless someone's not cleared. And talent is no longer under stress to continue with the grind. They need a break. During a panel at Fanatics Fest in New York, CM Punk discussed that some of the positive changes that happened under Triple H is he could look back 10 years ago and he would tell you that he could have, should have, at the rate I was going, 100% burnt out was inevitable. I said that I took myself off the hamster wheel because nobody else would. I was looking around, begging somebody, like, please get me out of here. Certain people were around then were like, nope, we need you. You got to keep going. Punk talked about how Steve Austin's run as a top star was short because his body broke down because of the schedule. Punk said, look at his run at the top. It wasn't that long. I'm sure we can all look at that and say, well, gosh, why was it so short? But it was because he was going so hard for so long. When he finally got to the top, I think in that way, burnout is inevitable. So to also leave off where we were talking about the CM Punk and the days off thing and all that, what he was saying was, I think is now in place in the system and the management that understands that. And he's talking in regards to the days off and being burnt out and things like that. The talent is so rich that if Cody needs a show off, he can take that day off. If I need a day off, I can take that day off. Meaning the roster is stacked. I'm still flabbergasted. There's a tab on the WWE app that you can click and request your days off. Brother, it still blows my mind. It's a brave new world. That him talking about this with such like veneer and positivity just goes to show you that WWE was in a really, really bad spot for talent and their mental health and their physical well-being back in the day, which is insane. And I'm happy that they're getting more time to recuperate, to rest, and that they are, you know, even though they're individual contractors, that they can still get their days off. You know what I mean? Like, that's great. Hey, man, I need this day off because, you know, I want to do XYZ or whatever. All right, put it in the app. Boom. Like, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Pat McAfee confirmed on tonight's episode of Raw that it will be his last Raw for a while. Yeah, that makes sense because I think football's about to start up again. McAfee joined WWE a couple years ago. McAfee has been a full-time on Raw over the last several months. However, things are about to change. He's bummed out. He'll have to take a break from WWE action. He appreciates the family. He stayed last Monday night for a little bit. I'm very bummed out. Tonight will be my last trip to the wonderful WWE family for a while. Let's have a day I'm bummed out. Football season started, which is awesome, but the WWE family is where I'm supposed to be. I know that, and I hope they do too. So yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I bet the figures look nice. They do look nice. The TMNT figures look really nice. If editor me remembers, if I turn this into a video, he'll post them on the screen somewhere here. Julia wrestles her last singles match in Japan ahead of move to WWE. Yes. And then the problem of as to why we haven't seen Stephanie Valkyr in WWE yet is she's getting things straightened out with her work visa, and then she'll be back. So we're going to see her soon. For several months, WWE has said to be interested in Julia, and it was believed that she had some sort of offer from WWE. AEW was not in contention to sign her, as it was coming down to either joining WWE or staying with New Japan. On August 19th, she scored a victory over Mai Sakurai. This is her last singles match in Japan, although she is scheduled to compete on August 25th for Marigold in 1-minute gauntlet matches against the Marigold roster. And an emotional Julia listening to the crowd chant her name at the farewell show today. Says goodbye to Japan, and she will come back a superstar. Hell yeah. Big Julia. Bro, she's going to be a problem in NXT, dude. Damn. What a day.